Sure, Sonic Frontiers comes out in just over a week, but do you know what comes before that?
What? The Thunder Kachiga!
No, not that. It's Halloween! You know, the one day of the year where you get to dress up, eat candy, and watch scary movies. Even though I'm not really a fan of scary movies, but still, you're never too old to enjoy Halloween. When you think about it, Sonic games have had their moments of spookiness throughout the years, and growing up, there were quite a few that left an impression on me. I still have the scars. You want to know how I got them? What is up, guys? My name is rksonic, but you could also call me Ruben. Before we dive into today's Halloween video, I just want to take a second to do something that I've never really done before, so just bear with me. I want to give a quick shout out to one of my lovely friends, Andrea. If you're into lifestyle or fashion, or maybe know somebody that has similar interests, then look no further, because she is the perfect girl for you. She spreads nothing but good vibes and positivity, so do me a favor, when you're done watching this, go to her channel, show her some love, and also tell her that Ruben sent you. A link to her channel is in the description. But without further ado, back to our regularly scheduled programming. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this out there right now. Me and scary things don't really go well together. It's been that way just about all my life. Growing up, I would refuse to watch any sort of horror movie or like play any violent video game that had blood or gore or just things like that. Even now, as an adult, I refuse to watch any horror movie. It's just not gonna happen, okay? It's not, so don't even try. Okay? If you're watching this, if you're a family member of mine watching this right now, don't even think about it. It's not happening. So with how easy it was to frighten me as a child, you can probably guess that even my favorite things in the world could scare me too growing up. Even a talking blue hedgehog that runs really fast. Yeah, for as innocent and family friendly as Sonic is, there are still plenty of things that scared me growing up. And today I'm going to tell you what those things were. Okay, starting off my list, one of the things that scared me the most growing up as a Sonic fan was all of Sonic CD. Just let me explain, okay? Let me put it to you this way. Imagine being a kid again, alright? You play Sonic CD for the first time ever, okay? You're introduced with this amazing introduction with amazing animations and amazing music. It's unlike anything you've ever seen before in a Sonic game, or maybe any game for that matter. You're starting to believe that this is going to be one of the best experiences you've ever had playing a video game. Okay, now fast forward, alright? You're playing the game. You're having a great time. You're enjoying the experience. It reminds you a lot of Sonic 1, but still feels different. You're loving the way Sonic runs, the super peel out, the figure eight. You know, it looks so cool. Everything about this game is so cool. And then, I don't know, maybe your mom calls you because it's time for dinner or something, or you have to put the game down for a moment, but you forget to pause the game. Maybe you had to use the bathroom for a moment, or whatever it is, you just had to step away from the game and you forgot to pause it. So you leave Sonic standing there, just waiting. A minute passes, nothing happens. Another minute, everything's still okay. But then you come back and it's about to reach the third minute of you not touching the game at all, not laying a single finger on the button. You look up at your TV and you see Sonic staring into your soul, and he tells you, for the first time, he speaks to you and says,
I'm out of here!
And then proceeds to do the unimaginable and jumps off the stage. He offs himself. He leaves you alone. And what are you followed with next? Just listen. Now you tell me, how am I supposed to continue playing this game when I know that if I leave him for just 3 minutes, he's going to do that to me, and this song is going to play every time I get a game over? The American soundtrack to Sonic CD scarred me just because of this. Fortunately, when I came back to this game when I was older, I was able to switch soundtracks, I learned how to do that, and I was able to actually enjoy my experience because of the Japanese soundtrack. But guess what? It didn't stop there. Even years later, I was still discovering things about this game, and at some point, I eventually came across the infamous Fun is Infinite loading screen in the options menu. How am I supposed to continue at that point? How am I supposed to play the game anymore at that point? Why should I not just burn this thing right now and walk away forever? It is pure nightmare fuel. Sonic CD will always haunt me to this day. I will always love the intro. I have no problem watching that over and over again. I love Sonic Boom. It's an amazing song, but I am not touching that game again. I bought Sonic Origins early this year. Do you want to take a guess at which game I didn't play? There you go. Thanks, Sega. Okay, moving on. For my 8th, 9th, or 10th birthday, I don't remember, I'm sorry, my aunt bought me Sonic Unleashed and Sega Superstars Tennis. Looking at Sega Superstars Tennis, I knew I was in for an amazing time because I love sports games. Then I looked over at the cover of Sonic Unleashed and I was just hesitant. I see Sonic, but I also see this weird furry looking thing next to him that's supposed to be Sonic. He's got sharp teeth and claws and spiky shoes. It's just... I mean, it's a werewolf, right? He's an animal. He's a beast. That's why it's called Sonic Unleashed. So automatically, I was already, like, skeptical. But after putting the game into my Xbox and watching the introduction, I just fell in love. The visuals, the action, it was just eye candy for me. I got used to Sonic's Werehog design immediately, and I just thought he was so cool. So just like Sonic CD, which I'm still going to burn in a fire, I was really enjoying the experience of this game. So what is it that could have scared me playing it? Instead of telling you, I'm just gonna show you. Like, look, I love you, Jason Griffith. You are amazing at what you do. You are one of my favorite Sonics. But my God, what the fuck was that? It's the kind of scream that you only hear in horror movies where it's like you walk in on your family being massacred in front of you.
My God, it sounded like his fucking family was killed in front of his eyes.
Right? This is literally the exact scream you will hear each and every time you are plummeting to your doom as the Werehog. I mean, when you think about it, it kind of like forces you to be on your A game all the time. But if you're a kid, right? Like if you don't know what you're doing or you mess up, you make one little mistake and you fall. That's all you're going to hear. Wait, one more time. I mean, come on. I mean, whenever I go back to playing Unleashed again and, you know, it happens, I just laugh now. You know, I find it to be, like, extremely funny because it's just so out of place in a Sonic game to hear a scream like that. Jason Griffith's screams, like, as Sonic, are unmatched. You can put that up there with some anime-level screams. It's really good. But that one will always stand out to me for all the wrong reasons. Okay, so before I tell you guys the last thing on my list, alright, here are a few honorable mentions that, you know, I mean, technically speaking, they are on the list. It's just that, like, I'm not going to go into detail about them. So, here you go. Sonic Forces. Yep, this game, in its entirety, scares me. I mean, think about it. A 3-hour game with no substance and mediocre gameplay? That's horrifying. The Sonic community. Yeah, that's right, some of you scare me. Not all of you, but some of you do. Because, you know, I be looking on Twitter every day, and I'm always finding mean comments and rude comments or threats. It's just, come on, can we just be nicer to each other? How hard is that? Be nice, respect each other, come on people. Nothing is scarier than watching people fight on the internet. Sonic.exe. I don't know how many of you were expecting this. To be honest, it would have been number 1 on the list, but it's not really a Sonic game, so I'm not going to get into that. Besides, all the imagery, it's just, I can't even go back and relive that. It's just a moment in my life. It's a time period in my life that I just don't want to experience again. But, you know, it's popular for a reason, right? Okay, number 1. You ready? Here we go. Sonic the Hedgehog 2006. Okay, yeah, there are 2 things that scare me about this game that I want to talk to you guys about. They're not even things that I have to go into, right? There's no real story behind them. It's just, there are 2 scenes in this game that are haunting to any Sonic fan out there, and I'm sure you guys are starting to figure it out. Both of these scenes take place in the last story of the game. What's the first thing? Sonic dying. I will never ever understand this, right? How can you have a game titled Sonic the Hedgehog, and in Sonic the Hedgehog dies? That thought alone is scary enough because it just makes me think, oh my God, there are writers out there who approved of this. Like, they approved of this over there. Sonic Team as a whole approved to have Sonic get murdered in his own game. But as a kid, looking at the actual scene, it terrified me because it was just silence. Everything happened so quick, and it just goes to show how evil and how powerful Mephiles was. He just shoots a laser beam straight through the heart or throat or neck. That's not a neck. He doesn't have a neck. Whatever, his body, it goes right through him. The quote-unquote cinematography of this scene is actually really good for what it's trying to do. Just this shot right here of, like, Sonic's feet, just, like, kind of, like, being choked almost. The more you start looking into it, it is pretty scary, I'm not gonna lie. But Ruben, if that's one scene that you said was scary, then what's the other? Why should I tell you when I can just show you?
Sonic, come back. To me. To us.
come to make an announcement.
What the fuck? The fuck is going on? I stood up and screamed it.
I mean, really? I'm like, it truly does not get scarier than this. It's scary enough how unfinished this game was, but come on. It doesn't matter how perfect the game would have been. You guys still approved of this scene. This specific scene that has scarred so many Sonic fans out there, including me. This grown-ass human princess just lays her lips on this hedgehog to bring him back to life, while everyone watches. Everyone. Eggman, he's watching. Amy, she's jealous, but you know she's watching. Knuckles, he wishes it was him, but he's watching. It's just not right. It's not pleasant for the eyes. It's not wholesome. It's not anything. It's straight scary. I only wish I was old enough to know how the internet worked when this game came out so I could see everyone's like raw reactions to this scene, because I'm sure the internet like exploded before that was even a thing. Sonic 06, you take the top spot for scary things to happen in my life as a Sonic fan. And I think it is fitting to end this video off with that scene in your minds. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. This was a lot of fun to make. You know, it was fun reminiscing all these memories I had as a kid. Scarring at the same time, but still. If you guys enjoyed what you heard today, do me a favor. Like, comment, subscribe. It means the world to me. Sonic Frontiers comes out in just over a week, so make sure you have notifications turned on because I will be doing my first ever Let's Play on this channel. So yeah, that's exciting. I have no idea how that's going to turn out, but I want to share my first experiences with this game with all of you. So stay tuned, because it's going to be one hell of a ride. But in the meantime, please be cautious when scrolling through the internet or YouTube or anything, because spoilers are bound to come out soon. Please be courteous to other people. Don't spoil it for others, okay? We're in the home stretch, all right? We're almost there. I hope you guys are ready. Oh, and one last thing. I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. Thank you guys for all the love and support on my last video. You guys got me to well over 2,000 subscribers, and just thank you guys. I have nothing else to say. I don't want to take up any more of your time. Thank you guys. Thank you. I will see you all very soon. But for now, this is rksonic signing off. Thank you guys so much, and happy Halloween. And if you don't celebrate Halloween, just eat candy, watch a movie with some friends, have a good time, alright? Take care, guys.